Hello and welcome to the WriteCome.com podcast, where we help you to make money from your words. Each episode will be sharing tips, tricks, and strategies you can use to make more money from your writing, publishing, and marketing to your fans and audience. Let's get started with your host, Barry J. McDonald.
Hi, this is Barry here, and you are very, very welcome to today's podcast episode from WriteCome.com. And today's podcast episode is entitled, You Can't Learn to Ride on a Tame Horse. Now, I don't know who said that. I don't know where I had first seen that, whether that was a video, whether that was a podcast episode, a book, or where I heard it, or who had actually said it. I was just going through some notes on the phone here, and I just seen I had taken that down. And I was just thinking about what will I talk about today, and I thought, well, that's probably a good thing to talk about, is riding a tame horse. Now, as you can probably argue, if you can actually learn to ride on a tame horse. I have never ridden a horse before, but I'm sure if somebody gave me the sweetest and the kindest horse and they put me up on it, I'm sure I would probably learn how to ride very, very quickly. But would that make me a great rider? If I walked into the stables the next day and I got two horses mixed up, maybe both horses were black or white or whatever, and I picked the wrong horse instead of my gentle and my timid little horse, I would probably find out how great a rider I was, especially if it was kind of some wild, crazy horse or some stallion that I'd never ever been on before. I am sure in a couple of seconds' time, if I was able to still hold on to the horse, I am sure I would find how great my riding talent was. And I think that's something we need to keep in mind. Sometimes when you find everything easy, you're probably not going to be challenged. And, when you're not really challenged, when you do find maybe the wheels fall off the cart, or you do find that you're put in a difficult situation, because you've never been in a hard situation before, you will find probably a lot of people say, well, I can't do it. I don't know how I can get past this point. I've never been in this situation before because it's always been easy for me. If you think about it, maybe some people who went onto social media at the beginning, for example, Facebook, I am sure if they put a couple of posts up on Facebook, they would find that, Facebook wasn't strangling the amount of traffic that post would get. And if they had maybe 1,000 followers, there was probably a good chance that article would be seen by the 1,000 followers. So in those moments, you probably say to yourself, well, something, I have this social media gig all kind of stitched up. I know I'm brilliant at social media because I only have to put a post out there and it goes in front of 1,000 people. But then what happens then when, Facebook starts strangling your traffic a little bit, and then all of a sudden you find then, well, your article is only seen by maybe 500 people, or maybe it's only seen by 200 people. And all of a sudden, because you have kind of started off in this kind of easy environment, suddenly you're faced with this harder environment and you're thinking to yourself, God, it's never like this before. It was always easy to get my content in front of 1,000 people. Now I'm putting the same quality of content out there and I'm only getting in front of maybe 100 people. What do I do now? And you'll find because you had it maybe easy in the start, you'll probably find it easier just to say, this is too difficult. Let's just forget social media. We're going to have to find something else. Or maybe we'll just give up on this. So that is worth something keeping in mind in the moment. If you are going through a difficult time, if you're going through a rough time, think to yourself, something, when I do get through this is going to stand to my advantage. That, there are other people who are probably having it easy right now, but if they had to go through the situation that I'm going through, I'm sure they would buckle under the pressure and they would probably drop out. So keep that in mind today. It's easy to ride a tame horse, but you'll only really find out how great a rider you are when you go through difficult times, when you get into a situation you've never been in before. And even though you are finding it tough right now, that experience, that knowledge, and that grit that you have to kind of, to keep showing up and to keep pushing in and to trying to make progress, all that motivation and that grit is going to stand to you in the future, rather than someone who just had everything really easy for them. So keep that in mind. If things are tough, keep going. It's going to stand to you in the future. So as always, if you'd like to find out more about WriteCome, if you'd like to see what I'm writing or talking about, at the moment I'm posting a lot of TikTok videos. I had posted on TikTok, I'm repurposing them and I'm putting them over on the WriteCome site. So if you want to catch up with a couple of those TikTok videos to see what I'm talking about, if you want to head over to WriteCome, that's WRITECOME.com. And while you're over there, if you want to maybe check out our free blueprint, which is going to show you how to become an online celebrity. If you would like to become an online celebrity, if you would like to get yourself in front of more people, if you would like to build a larger audience and make a name for yourself in your business or your niche, head on over to Rightcome, put your details into the opt-in page, and I will send that blueprint directly on to you. So as always, have a lovely day. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us today. If you'd like more from the Rightcome.com podcast, be sure to subscribe now for more tips, tricks, and ideas you can use to make more money from your words. See you in the next episode.